Hello and welcome to Honestly Speaking. I am your host, Honestly Trina, and today with me I have a gentleman that is multi-talented. Not only is he a rapper, but he's a professional boxer that has used his life to transform other people's lives. He's gone through some adversity and has come out shining as a star. I'd like to welcome to Honestly Speaking, John Harding Jr., aka Pester.
Thank you so much for having me, man. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good, I'm blessed, man. I'm alive, I'm breathing. I've got my 2 eyes, 2 hands, 2 feet, so I can only thank God.
Good. So for those of my audience that don't know you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? By the way, he's a professional boxer.
When you say that, what do you mean just as...
Just a quick summary of who you are.
My name is John Harding Jr. I'm a pro boxer. What else? Motivational talker, and just believe in God and keep on pushing.
Good.
Yeah.
And he's a very talented rapper. Modest, but very talented rapper.
Thank you so much.
I've done quite a bit of research on you.
Thank you. Okay, I can see that.
I like a good rapper, especially people that like are able to tell stories like through their lyrics. It's just a skill, it's an art. So
yeah, it was just like a process. I think as I was going into devoting more to boxing, I was rapping and boxing was two things I was kind of always doing together, and then boxing was just really opened a door, which I always prayed. It's when part of my prayer, I was always saying boxing was gonna open the door.
Good.
And it did.
So you're from New Cross.
Yeah.
What was it like growing up in New Cross, mid 80s, early 90s?
Hey. New Cross was tough, man. Like it's the estates, it's blocks. Someone is above you, below you, side, and it's just the struggle. Growing up, obviously I'm Sierra Leonean parents, African, and it was more of a Jamaican-based area, so it wasn't cool to be African. You know what I mean? It was tough already, so it was just a constant battle. Even the word African was a diss to someone. Like, you African, you schoolboy, you ABC, and
that's
do you know what I mean?
Crazy when you think about
tough.
it now. Yeah,
Being African, being dark skinned, it weren't cool.
Yeah.
So already it was like as if you're just born into that. I can say that hate, that discrimination, that battle.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, and you're still coming out to it non-stop. So it was always a constant. It was always constant cussing each other. That's where we grew up, cussing, older ones cussing, looking down on you. And that's what it felt like in New Cross. It was just like a battle. Just kind of look down on, then you kind of get closer with the others that I look down on, and there's a few of you and you're all growing up and battling to get up. Obviously, the area that I grew up was Milton Court Estate, Woodpecker, known as Ghetto, as we say, Ghetto Boys.
Right.
So.
What estate?
That's it's like in the early parts it's called Woodpecker Estate, but if you type it now it's called Milton Court Estate.
Okay, so they've rebranded it.
How could they say rebrand? I don't know.
Or did they knock it down?
They knocked down many buildings.
Right.
And that's what made it into Lewisham Borough, because over the years people moved out, spread it over into the borough.
Right.
But it used to just be just there. So you're growing up, and obviously you grow up into, you hear the reggae, the ragga, everything that became common. It's like you're growing up as being a Jamaican yourself. You know what I mean? You had certain Africans pretending to be their Jamaican.
Yes, we know.
Like doing the bop and then You know what I mean? A girl saying her name's Chantel and her real name's Portia or something like that, you know what I mean? And she's half Jamaican. That was like normal. Just growing up. And I think one of the main things I saw was just fighting. There was a lot of fighting, especially with them fighting the out areas like Peckham and Brixham come down. And then, you know, you're visibly seeing that and you're hearing these stories and seeing the ghetto boys, and they were just like superheroes to us, like just large figures and untouchable. And then it was weird, you saw, you see them make a circle and then two of them are fighting. So when you're watching that as a young, you're like, wow, that's what we copied growing up. We have an argument, or our elders will automatically see two of you out, there's a circle, you got to fight.
Yeah. And that was, to be fair, when I think about it now, that's a much better way to handle things, because you'd fight, and then after you fight, you might even be friends tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's how it was. That's exactly how it was.
People walked away alive.
Yeah. You know what? In that terms, like that, because at the same time, I was thinking, there was times when I saw that as so normal, and some people didn't see that as normal. So it's like, you're growing up in that environment where over a little thing, okay, in the world, it's called little thing, and us is a big thing. We're ready to square up and fight, and then, you know, be friends. And when you get into the world, they think like, you're weird.
That's too much.
What the heck? You're ready to fight over that? No, hey. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I used to have like family members like, John, hey, you like to fight? Hey, calm down. Like, you know what I mean? But I grew up not being used to it. I'm growing up having to always try and defend yourself, if you get what I'm saying, because there's times we had elders in the estate that weren't, like I say, they weren't okay, you had the ghetto boys, yeah, then you have some elders there. We thought they were ghetto boys, but they were quiet when the real G's will come round, but they'll abuse their power and just kick the shit out of us. And that was like normal.
Yeah.
Like, so after a certain time, they're just brocking you up, like as if, and they were teaching us, or in their way,
Toughen you up. Yeah.
Getting you ready for when you come out. And no one's really running back to their house and saying, no, so you're coming out and you're just getting rocked up.
Wow.
Yeah, sometimes we're getting rocked up. Some people you don't even know that are just involved in just stamping you out, yeah.
Wow, that's rough.
You just grow into, so it just kind of normalized fist fighting.
Wow. And what was your home life like at the time? Was your mum and dad in the same house, or?
Okay, early. I couldn't remember much of my father. He left when I was very young.
Right.
He split with my mother. They went for a divorce. But he came...
How did that impact you?
I was too young to understand, really. It's only, I had to, and that's what I say with kids, it's always, you get kind of both sides of the story when you grow up a bit older. And I started understanding a lot more, because at that time I just had that bit of bitterness. It was just like everyone in the hood is we've got single mothers. It was I don't remember anyone that really had their mum and dad there with us growing up.
Wow.
It was just normal. Like, you just don't have your dad there. It's just your mother, or you've got older brother or older sister, somewhere, whatever, and that was it.
And did you have any older brothers or siblings?
Yeah, I had an older sister. She was like, played a lot of the mother role as well, helping. But it was almost some of the burden was put on her. And then I'll feel not the kind of resentment on me a bit, because I probably might be getting away with something.
The younger one.
Yeah, the younger one. I'm too young to understand, because I was just, I was a bit of a bad kid in terms of my way, you know what I mean? Like, just, you know, get out there, piss off the balcony, just them type of mad things, cry, you know, open the car door while it's driving. That was type of like, my kind of just like, I don't know, I was young, but I'm just I'm remembering flashbacks and remembering hearing things of how I was. And I think having to having to be the main person was,
Must have been challenging.
yeah, it was challenging. And at the same time, I think growing up, I just didn't have someone that really understood me. So I always got used to holding it in, you know what I mean? And making my way, just making my way through it, you know?
So you was the only male in the house?
Yeah, I was the only male in the house. And so mother was trying to, but we grew up very spiritual. But
I can sense that.
We went to, as I was growing up, when I was young, we went to a lot of different spiritual places.
Right.
A lot of different churches. I even remember one time like a lodge, I think when we was very young, a lot of white gown churches.
Know it.
And what I've understood now when I see it in life is that you do all these things. The spiritual world is very real because I experienced so many things when I was young. Like from I'm alone and I'm hearing footsteps in my house,
Wow.
knocking on doors.
Wow.
Like, you know what I mean? That spirits coming to disturb me. And and that's why I try to always stay prayed up, because I know there's a scripture that says our battle is not against flesh and blood. It's against spirits. And I know that, and I'm going forward into that story, you probably might know it, but spirits is what's killed my mum, because there was nothing, they couldn't find nothing with her. And then I'm seeing it in other family members. Like, it's only now I'm starting to learn things about family members and how her mum died and why apparently this person, brother, sister, just dramatically died, and this was like spirits are real.
Generational.
Yeah, they call it generational ancestral spirits. I know, and that's why I started to try and stay prayed up, because especially someone what I've been going through and what I've seen, there's a generational thing that's coming, and I have to be protective that it stops there. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I've tried to start learning to just do something. If I got a moment, just remember to say a prayer.
And give thanks.
Give thanks. Thanks for the littlest things.
Smallest things.
Yeah. Because we kind of like can forget many things. But yeah, and sometimes I remember, because sometimes you might think, why is someone like that? Why are they acting like this? So it's deeper than that. It's a spirit. It's not even them. The battle is not against flesh and blood. It's against the spirit.
I hear you.
And then sometimes I have flashbacks of growing up or these things, or someone's just, he's moving mad. No, it's a spirit, bro.
It's attack.
It's an attack. Yeah. And that's some of the things. Like, I'm not perfect, but it's one of these things I started to really kind of realize and try and be on top of.
It's a lot.
Yeah, so and I'm swearing another
No,
way.
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So you grew up in quite a challenging environment.
Yeah, man, it's just a fight, man. It was always a fight.
How did that impact you learning throughout your primary school and secondary school?
I was kind of, can I say I was all right? I was kind of good in school. Primary school was the same thing, you know, African, and I wasn't and dark weren't the main thing, and I wasn't the main person. I wasn't the main looker. I wasn't the person. Your people are teasing you as you're just kind of growing up in this estate, and you're in school, and then a lot of people from the estate ain't even in school, so you're almost like an odd one out.
Wow.
As well. Yeah,
really?
Yeah, some of them ain't in school, and one or two are. Going through primary school, it was cool. You know what I mean? You're still young. The world's still fun. In New Cross, so not the whole world, in our estate, ghetto, as we call it, it was such an estate that's like, it felt like a big borough. So there's people I started knowing as I got into older parts of my life. Like, oh, you lived in that part, or you lived in that part.
Why was it called ghetto?
Why did they call it?
If you know.
Why was it called Ghetto? That's a very good question. Only person that ever told me one time when I was in prison, a man said, yo, we are call it Ghetto, you know. Like he said that, new class, we are call it Ghetto. That's all I knew but I knew it's just, that it was the Ghetto boys. And they had their problems with Brixton and Peckham. That was like a classical rivalry, especially Peckham. And you grow up into it and you start, you inherit it.
So did you find yourself getting into the Ghetto?
Because
boys?
going into it, you don't think, I never thought I would have been that. I feel like, for me, and that's different for everyone else, I was a product of my environment. Like, being someone to fight, my environment made me like that. Being someone that is really, because I'm still not perfect, someone could say the wrong thing and I switch on them. But that's the flashbacks of what I went through.
The trauma.
When I couldn't defend myself. My earliest age flashback of I can remember, what do you call it, like a walk of death, or like people put their hands on the wall and then you walk through and they're kicking you. And I remember I was small and they've made bare of us little kids go through. And I've never told a story to no one or not even to my parents.
Seriously?
I can remember walking through it and just stopping and crying like, And those little things of just when you couldn't defend yourself, or when olders are taking the mick, or you've said something back and they've just punched you, headbutt you or something like that.
Wow.
Like, and you're growing up with that. So I became a product of my environment. I started thinking, when I started getting to a certain either age or in my mindset, I'm like, nah, I've got to be tough. Because you've got no options. We pick on the weak individual.
The strongest survive.
Yeah, that's what it was. The person that was respected in that end the most was the person that will do the most to the extreme for the littlest thing. That's the person who's respected. And you start seeing that. And then you're talking amongst your peers like, raw, nah. And then you're classified, are you raw or not? No, you don't have it. You're raw. People are testing you. You're always tested. People are testing you. Okay, what are you going to do if Peckham Meets come? All right, with Peckham Meets, they pretend to be, and they're moving to you, got to fight back. So you're constantly tested. And these are these are traumas that we didn't talk about. We thought it was normal. I only realized when I started growing older and I see like my nephews or people that when they're 15, and I'm thinking, right, damn, at that age I was run down by like 50 man, or people are driving past, jumping out of cars with knives saying they're gonna kill me because I'm from this estate and I'm running.
So you're just born into it.
You're just born into it. So I became a product. That estate, I'll be honest, is like a cursed estate. To get out of there, I've gone through there the other day, I've seen friends that I was sitting around, they're smoking crack. They're in a mental home. Even because of me sending me abuse. Do you get what I'm saying? And I had to just pray for him and just think, you know what? And damn, did I go off topic?
No. We were just talking about the impact of the area on you.
Yeah, and it just
was challenging.
Yeah, very challenging, very tough. Like, there's nowhere to run. I can just remember sometimes having a small argument, and the olders have made us just fight and spiced it up. And we were in a circle, and I'm fighting my friend over something. I've even been fighting my friend over, I think it's a lie he told. Like, we used to always have stolen bikes, always. We were driving by, and I think his mum saw me. And then one time, he's driving it, I jumped on the back. And then as we're driving, we see, every driver, we see the police coming out backwards from the door, like this, like coming out backwards. So that he slid the bike down, and then it's kind of slid on me, but it's like where it was like they looked from there, obviously they couldn't see me. It's like I'm on the floor, he's dutted, so they've nicked him. So later on, I think he's told her like it was my bike or something like that. So I was really, deep down, I was really a good boy. I was just a good boy, knowing that there's certain things that I'm doing that's wrong, but I just had to do it. And
so do you think peer pressure led you into having to do things like this?
there was peer pressure, and can I say there was peer pressure?
Or did you feel obligated because of your environment?
Yeah, my environment was, even for me getting smoking weed, 'cause I used to be a heavy weed smoker as well.
Really?
Yeah, I used to burn it down. Yo, anyone that knows me, or if they comment below and they really know me, yeah, burn it down.
And now you're like the healthiest person.
Yeah, so some people, it's a shock to them that they grew in Newcastle and they know me. I was there smoking hella weed. Do you know what I mean? Coming home high. Do you know what I mean? Like doing things, stealing to get money, buy weed, smoking. And so what was your question there again? You said about
Do you feel like there was peer pressure, or do you feel like your environment kind of forced you to?
It was the environment, the friends I kept, and there was this feeling like there was just nowhere out. Like it's just everything's on your doorstep. Every person from all the ends comes down there because it's the ghetto and it's the place to be, to say that they're ghetto boys. Or there's something about that estate up to today. Grown ass men still want to claim that estate.
Wow.
I don't know what power they got, and it's crazy. Even on my phone, someone sent me a picture of some guys that are very notorious for my ends. And if, you know, they were doing the kind of control of the ends. I had to ask him, bruv, like, we're grown men, why are you sending this to me? What the heck? But that's what it has on my borough. Everyone wants to be part of that. And yeah, it was just more or less the, that's another, how I did become, there is a story how I kind of got into it as well, but it was just, in overall, just the pressure of just being in that estate, of just outsiders gonna attack you anyway, and people putting that pressure on you, like, wow, what, you're either not on it, or you're just you're not a pussy, or.
So was there no one like kind of like, because when I was, we're not that much difference in age. When I was growing up, like certain elders would be like, no, don't do this, go school. Did you ever have those type of influences around you?
No.
No.
I can't remember that, you know. I can't remember someone pushing me and telling me that I can be something. There was either, you might have one older that was very notorious, but he died, like he would kind of allow us because we're from the estate. And it was one thing about Newcastle and Ghetto, we're always trying to put one over each other. There was no much.
Yeah.
There was not much. There was not much unity.
Yeah, there.
I got it. Yeah. Ping, I got it. So it wasn't much unity. There's always someone trying to feel bigger by making you do something for them, and feeling like that, and you're there. That's something that was in that estate. And we had one.
How did your mum view all of what was going on?
I think don't think she knew what was
She
going on.
didn't know.
No one really know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, and that's like kind of the topic that kind of still resonates today. Like especially single parents, single mothers. What can they do, like, to kind of be aware of what's going on, like, or is it just that we're not gonna know?
Because you're not gonna, if your mom doesn't understand the streets. Though she might be, you're gonna think you're a woman. When you're young, you think that as if you're the first to go through this. You're the first to go through this age. You was never this age. You was just
born big
in your 50s or whatever. Yeah, and that was it. You was never about that life. So that's the thing, and you don't feel like there's gonna be a phase that it's over. Do you understand? You know what I mean? Like for me, I had to be taken out of that environment for it to really change.
Yeah, you said in your documentary you said that your sister took you to live with her for about 2 years. How did that change your viewpoint on life?
Everything.
If it did, yeah.
It changed everything because at that time, I just finished up school and I kind of stopped smoking for a period of that. And they were obviously in my house, you had to pray as well. Mom, you have to pray. Some of my brothers are, oh man, I don't even want to come in the yard, man, we got to pray. The man then will have to come and pray. You know what I mean? That's exactly what everyone will know. And same thing, when I went with my sister and the married side of the family, it was like radical Christianity times 10. Like you had to pray at 5, reading Bible ain't an option. It was like another thing. But at the same time, it cleaned. I started going to college, and I weren't smoking.
What did you study in college?
Lord, I think I done business studies.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? And I cleaned up for a moment, but it's another side of religion when it becomes
too much.
Yeah, it's like a control. That's what
oppressive.
It is. Oppressive and controlling. You know what I mean? And it felt like it started getting to a point where it's like I had to break away because it was depressing. Where I eventually moved back with my mum, and I was like 3, and then at this time, some of my guys are now making money, driving, and I'm like, raw. Like my guys are in the estate, they've got their own establishment now. They're not no longer like just bums on the estate that we were. They're there and they're working for my friend's older brother.
So did you leave your sister's home because of the religion?
I would say the depression of the religion as well. There's some things.
And I think it's important, just want to say that religion is not oppressive. It's how it's applied by people.
Yes. How it's applied, the control.
Yeah. The religion itself or any religion itself is not oppressive. It's how people apply the religion.
I think you hit the nail on the head. And how it was applied, and those just things that I went through that were a bit traumatic for me and affected me mentally, that reminded me of New Cross. Someone just like talking down to you or prepared to beat you because of this or that, and using the scripture to back it up. You know, do not spare the rod.
Spoil the child. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So that was it. And it was too much. I'm like, no. I can't be getting whoopings. I got to be, you know what I mean? And then it was weird. I felt like I was always looking for love. Because me, I can't remember love. I've had some family members, I can't remember someone saying, I love you. What's wrong? I don't remember that. And feeling to fit into a family, or, you know what I mean? I just always felt out of place. And then when I eventually went back to New Cross, and I'm seeing my friends driving and making money, and you know, so I'm selling weed, and I sold a bit, and I'm like, damn, if I worked for 1 hour, I wouldn't even get this. You know what I mean? And that came in, and I'm with the guys, and I'm seeing them, they're selling crack now. I'm like, like this is some new shit. I'm like, and I'm seeing the money coming in, we're working, and I'm like, damn, and now I'm around them, there's some respect I'm getting. it felt different. You know what I mean?
So it was almost like you were getting the affection, or quote unquote affection, from your peers
yeah.
that you were maybe looking for from the family unit.
Yeah, looking back on it, I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
With that togetherness and with cracking joke. And then when I did go back around my family, and you can see that I'm looking a bit like brighter with money, there was some respect as well.
Really?
Yeah, there is. Because then now, a lot of them at the time, they're breaking out of the religion slowly, the control of the religion and freeing up. They're not under that, that mask of control. And no one's not saying much, because when there's the bailiff at the door, when someone's been, what do you call it, a car's been clamped,
They're calling you.
I'm going, yo, yeah, it's there. No one ain't saying nothing to me. You know what I'm probably doing, but I've got respect now.
Money, power, and respect.
Yeah, it feels good. You don't want to be respected, especially as a man. You need respect. Yeah.
And where was your dad in all of this? Like, did you have communications with him?
I didn't have no communication with my dad. He left when I was too young. I was too young to even really remember him.
So it's almost like they got a divorce and he kind of divorced.
He went back. I only remember there was one. The last time I saw him, I used to be at a childminder. Some white lady to look after us. He come and knocked the door. That's the only last bit I remember him. He's asked for I don't know. She only said I was there, but my sister was there as well. But she knew there was something with him and my mum. I'm walking down. He take me down the steps. And it's raining, and as we're walking, I can see some lady that's got like something that's hiding there from the rain, coming closer. And as she comes close, boom, it's my mother. I'm like, oh, I'm young. I might be 2, 3. That's the last bit. They take me back to the block. One hand's holding me hand, the other holding me this hand. They're pulling me left like this.
Wow.
That was my last memory of him, and then I never saw him again.
Wow.
I didn't know what was happening. That was my.
And there was no communication while you were growing up to explain where daddy's gone?
No.
No. That's quite traumatic.
Yeah.
But we know you've reconnected.
Yeah.
So we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So obviously you got into a bit of trouble. We're not going to go too much into it because we're more focused on what you're doing now. But you got sentenced to 6.5 years.
Yeah, that was my third and last time.
Your third and last time. So there was times before that. Yeah. So what did you first get in trouble for?
Drugs.
Drugs.
Yeah, I loved selling crack. That was me.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I just loved the power that it gave me, the feeling of just like I'm not budgeting. Do you know what I mean? Like,
anything you want, you can just.
Yeah, I can go and get it. I'm walking into a shop and I don't feel a way. I can remember walking with some other family members and they're just in shock when I'm just pulling out like a bag from my pocket, like crying and taking out like £300 and just and I can just remember that feeling it gave me, like damn. And they're talking, whoa, did you see the word? And to me it was normal because
it's every day.
Yeah, because we know that if I blow everything now, I can just go hit the grind.
Get it back tomorrow.
Get it back. That was just the beauty. Like, I really thought I was going to be a millionaire selling drugs.
It doesn't last though, does it?
No. It don't. And like I said, it's really hard for me to go tell you, hey, don't sell, don't you? The only thing I can say to him is like, maneuver away or have your escape plan, because when it comes and they channel in, it's very hard. Just one slip could be anything. They could just come for, like, even my 6 years, they came from my friend and they got me. Like, it went directly to me.
So this was your first time?
Oh, my third time that time, innit?
Oh, the third time?
Yeah, because that's the one you said the third time.
Yeah.
So
what did you go in for the first time? You said drugs. How long did you have to do?
I got a 3-year sentence.
3 years.
Yeah. I got 3 years sentence on that one.
3? Did you do
half?
Yeah.
Yeah, do half.
And how was that? How did that impact you?
Lord, impact, because my local was Belmarsh, so I went to Belmarsh. I remember when they first even nicked me, because I was like, I think it was there was an undercover on my phone, and I was taking shifts with my friend, and he told me, "Oh, that guy's cool, innit?" So I met him 1 or 2 times, and then one moment I'm with another young guy with me, and he's come back to the car and said, "Yo, my man wants one more." I'm saying, "Alright, cool." Turning back to give him more, then I just see a car speeding up to me. I'm like, "Whoa, this guy." I'm like, "What the heck?" And then I just see this white man, the bounce they had, they jumped high up in the air. They were all like this with one button. And I was in shock. I still didn't think it was police because the venom in their face was like I did something wrong. It was like we're coming to kill you. We hate you. It was the window went, I still got the seatbelt on. I'm like, bro. And then they smashed the side window as well. So obviously glass is coming. I'm like, there. And then I just felt fists hitting me, but I can hear them going, I could hear.
Where it was coming from.
Like they hit me like this. I'm like this. And the funniest thing, I remember I looked like this. I peeked up, and I've just seen one, and he was so small. He was such a midget guy, and he just caught me one. He looked at me, like, he just cleaned me in my face. I said, "Oh my!" And then all I heard was car, seatbelt. They cut seatbelt, bam, dragged me, kicked me a few times, then just read me my rights. That was, that was in, and I was in as like the first time thinking, wow, because when you don't go to prison, you feel, I'll never go to prison.
You feel invincible.
They're the most dangerous people. People that have never gone to prison, hey, they're the dangerous. And they're on the roads, they're the dangerous one. Hey, because when I didn't go to prison, that's when I didn't mind rolling strapped, having crack here. Like, I didn't mind because I've done it.
You're invincible.
I don't care. Yeah, you don't rape people that's gone to prison. I'll never go to jail. That's your mindset. The amount of people that in prison that said that, they'll never go to jail. So when I'm just going through that situation, police station, no comment, knowing that, wow, I am not coming out for a minute.
You're banged to rights.
Yeah, asking, how long you think? Probably 4 years. I'm like, cool. Just watching, the videos, and they've got videos of me, my friend, but I just said guilty to all of them, innit? Just like, I'm not gonna promise you, that's not me, it's so-and-so. Just give me one charge. Pal, in prison. I mean, you get put on a bus now, innit? You get put on some tight bus, handcuffed, put in, they're driving you. You're seeing the streets, you're seeing the outside. You're in a tight box like this, you can't even move. Then, you see Belmarsh prison. Remember, Belmarsh is like a high security, one of the highest in the country.
Terror prison, isn't it? Terrorist prison.
Yeah, a lot of terrorists. Yeah. One by one, they're taking you off. Boom, you're hearing the dogs barking. It's like the dogs are saying, you black people, we cope. You know what I mean? Like, so we're there, like, boom, you come in, you go through reception, you see your name, everything. They take a little picture of you. You come through reception, and I remember that bit, because you've come late now, they serve you food. I think mine was, I remember it's chips. I can't remember what else was it. Chips, I think I'm cod. And I remember just biting that chip in that cardboard, and the tear that came to my eye. I said, this is it. I couldn't believe that the chip was not chips. It was like cardboard. It was like, this would probably taste better than that chip if I put sauce and beer. That, then packing up, going up the corridor, because everything, and then watching, everything is, you go through, they lock, let you in, lock behind, go there, unlock, let you go through, lock. It's like to know you are not coming out of
Yeah,
here.
you're in prison.
You are in prison.
Yeah.
You've done bad. You're a prisoner. You're called by your surname. Your prison number is T.
No name.
You're called by your surname. You're now a
Okay.
number. You are a number.
Wow.
See, understanding, and people are giving you like, are you a smoker or non-smoker? They give you, if you're a non-smoker, they give you. I think I just took the smokers pack. Because on my first time, I was still going through my smoking, non-smoking phase. I always was doing that, and then I took a smokers pack. And I just remember the woman telling us, "We in for drugs, that you won't be none of that here, yeah. And if you do get rude, we will bend you up, yeah. We will bend you up." I couldn't believe it in my me. And at these times, because I was slim, I was still slim, skin. I'm like, what? Going up, boom, gone in there. There was no what do you call it? Mattress there. I think the guy had a double mattress, but he got up quickly, done it. He was an uncle. Put up there, so yeah, you can stay there. And me and some next guy, we just come in. Then you just start telling your stories. And
How old were you?
I think I was either 19 or 20.
19.
Yeah, 19 or 20. First time in adult prison. And I was just like, the door opens and you're just like, you're just here. Like fences, and you're just like, then you just have to adapt. That's what it is. The next thing is just adapt. And
How was the first visit with your mum?
was it?
Did she visit even?
Yeah, she come visit. She come visit me. My mom's always visited me. She never looked down on me. She kind of always praised me. Not that in prison, but like John Boy. She goes, "Oh, my John, he's a DJ MC," because you know when I rap and all that.
I love
Because
that.
yeah, she always loved that and will show people that. And I think but other people always disliked that I was the bad son and kind of looked down on her.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how the African communities are, or the neighbours, or whatever. Because
Made her feel bad, but she didn't mind.
yeah, I think she just didn't watch what they were going through, and plus, you know what I mean. My mom's going through her next. Remember, their spirits trying to attack her as well. Obviously, in the world of life, they'll say mental health, but she's going through her spiritual thing as well. Do you know what I mean? So it was all a lot. I didn't understand as yet, but at the same time, I had memories of just it felt good to, you know, give my mom like, you know, £100 for her birthday, and her just being so happy. Do you know what I mean?
What type of work did she do? She
used to be like working in a nurse. She was like in medicines and nurse. You know what I mean? Then she stopped it as well due to the health and spiritual battle she was going through. So life started getting as if downhill a touch as well, which I didn't understand because my mind is just outside. I'm not really as saying, okay, I'm the man of the house now, I've got to start taking control. I'm still
trying to just be outside.
I'm still a boy. I'm still making money, but not making money for a cause. Like if I knew that, okay, listen, I'm doing this, I'm trapping, but I'm doing this to pay the rent, to buy the house, to, I don't know, put something down so that the mom don't have to work or do this, or finding out issues. Because yeah, that was it. Because that sentence we lost. My mom lost the house.
In that during that sentence?
That first sentence. So I lost the house. My mum was, I think, homeless for a bit as well. Yeah, for maybe a day or two. I couldn't remember much, but I remember just breaking down in jail, crying as well. And just thinking,
And
man.
where was your sister at the time? Did no one?
I think she went to stay with my sister for a minute. Then a family altercation happened. My mum's had to go to somewhere else. And this is where my mum's getting the spiritual attacks. So it's not her. It's you know what I mean? And eventually got somewhere as well.
So in that point, all your stuff, because you was living at home prior to that, so all your stuff would have been gone as well.
Yeah, all my family pictures gone, everything. I ain't got no kid pictures. I can't find them. I may have got some like from the net or one or two that my sisters had, but all gone, all family pictures. But then I took it as I should have been, though I was young, I should have been a man to put things in order to make sure that's getting paid for, this is getting paid.
You're still a kid.
Yeah, looking at the situation and becoming a man. And I had to learn from that. And that was it, yeah.
So fast forward, I know you did another sentence you said.
Yeah.
We fast forward to your 6.5.
Yeah.
So during that sentence, you lost your mum.
Yeah. It was like it was mad. Yeah, I was on Brixton prison at that time.
How old were you then?
It's mid-20s.
Mid-20s?
Yeah.
Oh, so it was quite a short, like you were in and out?
Everything was there, yeah. I was in and out.
Wow.
Was it my late, Lord, it might have been my late 20s, you know, because I know that 10 years gap I was in and out of prison.
Wow.
Yeah, because all my 20s I was incarcerated.
For the majority of your 20s?
Yeah, I know that. So it might have been towards the late
end of your 20s?
Yeah. I'm not too
or
cool
mid-20s to end 20s?
You know, it's in my head, it's almost like...
It's a blur.
It is.
It's gone.
Yeah, it's almost like a blur. And then I have to go back and I'm like, bro, when was that? Then I know that my twins were incarcerated. I know that for certain.
That's so sad.
Yeah. I didn't enjoy that. I didn't enjoy none of that.
So did you do the whole time in Brixton?
No, I was in Belmarsh. Mm-hmm. I always was in Belmarsh because you know how prison works, like a one police station that you goes to
attached to
Pacific Court.
Okay.
And that court will go to a Pacific jail. Like that's a system how it works.
Yeah.
Then that jail will hold you for it. You get sentenced, what category sentence you are in.
Then they ship you.
Then you might line in that sentence. So that I got down to a category D, hoping to get, and then Brixton were doing category D prisons. That's people that you can get home leaves and that. So I was on Brixton.
That's where they got the Clink, the restaurant.
Yes, the Clink. Yes, so I was there. I didn't work in the Clink, but I was working on prison radio.
Okay.
And I think there was one pastor reverend come in one day, and I'm just sitting down, and the head of the prison radio told me, oh yeah, the reverend wants to speak to you. So I'm sitting, I come in, oh, what's up? We're sitting down in the little radio room where I record. And he just said, yeah, it's about your mum. And then, I don't know, I said, no. I hit the floor, pow. And it was like, I don't know, it was like life leaving you. I can't describe, like something just dragging out of you. And I couldn't breathe. And I'm in tears on the floor, like, rah. And then I'm always a person, I can't let people see me low. So I'm like, clean up, all right, cool. I said, I'm coming back. I told them I'm coming back. Got the power, got out, walked past everyone, went to the toilet, cried my tears out, wiped my face. He took me back to the church, to church, made a phone call, got to
The
speak
chapel.
To chapel, got to speak to my sister. And this time I was on disciplinary. I just remember because I was on home leave, but I got something called grounded, so I got it taken away.
Okay, so you did something and then they took your privileges back?
Yeah, they took my privilege. So I was like, rah. And then luckily, you know what, God's always worked for me, you know. You know what, there was one African officer, he used to look me feminine, and he had one big drop lip. Like the lip was so black as well. Like it was like I don't know, it just looked like a shoe, like the bottom of a shoe was dead. And it's the way he would just stare and like he just had this feminine thing about him. Like, and it, out of the blue, I used to always laugh, because I was always a laugher joker. That's when I'm joking, like, I'm cussing him on the slack. And that's, to be honest, he just reached out and said, yo, I know how it is in African culture. I'm gonna help you get reinstated and make sure you get a long day so that you can go out, buy your suit, and go out to the funeral. I was like, raw. I was kind of shocked, and he kind of. Then I had to sit in adjudication, so I had to sit, had the governor there, and they kind of indirectly were a bit saying they don't care. But he said it in a different way, like to say, we don't really care what's happening outside, but we're going to reinstate you, get you back on, thingy, make sure you abide by the rules. And then I said, cool. I said, all right. Then I think I got a day out to go buy some stuff like suits and etc. Came back, and I think there was a day for my mum's funeral, and then like when you're gonna go out, you have to go out to where of your wing. There's someone there. They look on the system, and then if you're there, they type, and one officer comes in and they take you to another bit. And you give you a certain book, it's like your passport, like a passport prison book. So when I've gone to the books, it says I'm not in the system. What? And I can remember the guy, he was one, I don't know what it sounded like Trinidadian. He said, you're not going nowhere, like you're not going. He said, I don't care, you're not going. I said, oh my
On the day of your mum's funeral?
The tears that flowed, I swear down, the thing that hit my mind, just get naked and flip tables. That's exactly what was on my mind. I said, oh my God, I walked outside. Then all of a sudden I looked up and there was a gym officer. I always had favor. God always put favor in the eyes of gym officers. I always had gym jobs. They always had a thing for me. And then he went out of his way, got officer, they overrid everything.
God is good.
I got to go out for my mum's funeral. Yeah, and that was...
It's the last time you saw her.
Yeah. I remember the last time I actually saw her, she had a lot of my clothes in her home and I was getting it put away. I was taking them out. And that's what I'm saying. I didn't know that would be the last time I see her. You know what I mean? I didn't know. And that's why there's a scripture about like, don't go to bed. I can't remember the exact, but don't go to bed in
anger.
Yeah. Like, we don't know when the next time we're going to see each other. So let it be like, yo, what's good? Listen, or if I'm upset, I'm entitled to say, yo, I'm upset with you, I don't really like what you did. And you can explain, because we jump to conclusions too much as human beings. That's the thing we all do.
Silence will create its own narrative.
No, and there's probably people watching it. If they can know when someone was going to be their last, what would you say to them? So I never knew that was going to be the last, and she was just dead in her sleep. And that made me know that life is short.
Very.
That it gave me more of a forgiving heart as well. Like, forgive, let go, and just live in peace as much as possible. Yeah.
That's heavy. That's heavy. So you eventually came out.
Yeah.
What was your focus once you got out that time? The last time? Yeah.
One. My focus was always just rap and boxing. That was it. I just like, because there was a time in prison I put on so much weight. People were laughing, cussing.
Wow.
You're chubby, you're thingy. And I'm always a person, you give me negative, I use that as motivation. Yeah, I use that. And there was things, I was always praying even the people that was in the cell with me, or one person, they'll even tell you that I always prayed. And that made me understand this power in your words. When people that I know that are finishing off their life sentence, and they'll message me and say, "Rah, you know what? You used to always say it, and I never thought that you would actually be it." And you have to believe like as if you're a lunatic. You have to talk about yourself.
Yeah.
And that's how I was. Can you imagine me? I'm running around in a prison yard, I'm out sharing, I'm saying, yeah, I'm going to be a professional boxer. Who the heck's believe in you? Yeah, bro, we're all doing time here, man. The heck you? I'm doing sprints. I've seen people laughing. I didn't watch. I cut the noise. I was in the gym all the time. That any time I could be in the gym, I'm running, I'm slimming, I'm trimming. I remember I was trying to get six pack. My co-defender at the time, he had a little shape 6. And he said, "Are you trying to get it like this?" I said, "What?" So I dedicated. I never grew up with a 6-pack. I never had a 6-pack in my whole life until I came out of prison.
You got one now?
Yeah, obviously I got one now, yeah.
We've seen the pictures.
Yeah.
We've seen that.
Yeah, I got one like, you know what I mean? But that came because...
It might be an 8, I don't know.
I remembered that I held it September 2013. I remember when he said it to me in the mirror.
Yeah.
So that was my... Anytime I felt to give up or feel tired, I go back to...
that point in time.
Either that point or something bad someone said. I dig that up and I just echo in my ear, bam, I get up. That's how I used to run. I used to run 2 in the morning so many times. 2. So I started realizing, wow, I looked at social media started booming, and I looked and I saw people. I remember there were some people from my era, and they'll play this thing like they were a ghetto boy, and people would just believe it because it's posted on social media. And I took the offense, okay, so but if I'm posting hard work, people would know that I work hard then. So I understood what social media did.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things I was just doing, and just dedicating myself to training and just believing it's gonna happen. Like even when I was at the lowest, even when I was having temptation to just, you know, go back and sell crack, because that's all I knew. I'm coming out and I have to live within my limits. I have to calculate what I'm not used to that. What? I gotta say, damn, that's £1. I can't even, nah, but that one's cheaper. Imagine that. I couldn't believe it. I'm going for a cheaper alternative. Do you know what I mean? And
how did you manage to stick to that? Because I think there's so much people that they want the money quick and fast, yeah? And we know historically getting the money quick and fast, it generally doesn't last. How do you manage being in that space where you had it quick and fast and now you have to live within your means? What mindset, what sort of things did you have to do to make sure that you didn't go back to that lifestyle?
oh man,
What were the small habits that you embedded?
it was, the main thing was the discipline to continue. It's easy to do it when you're motivated, because you do it, motivation is a feeling. Discipline is doing it when you just don't feel to do it. Sometimes I don't feel to go training. Think I felt to train today? I'm not gonna, I can't be bothered.
I mean, in the week you
You know
wanted
what I
to do
mean?
it. In the week you wanted to do
But
it.
I'm gonna just do it. Like sometimes I don't feel to go to training, but I do it because I've signed that contract with myself. I've said it. And the main thing is that I remembered people, remember you 3 times you go to prison? Oh, you always go to prison.
Oh, wow.
There's family members saying that, he's always in prison.
They're just written you off.
In-laws, they didn't know that was what I needed. I needed that fuel. I needed it. People leaving, you know, ex-partners, he's just this, going that way. Going through the wrong partners, getting a heartbreak. Like, it's not, see these energies, yeah? They're not meant to, like, people don't understand. See, when you go through problems, you go through heartbreak, that's one of the best sources of energy. You use that energy, yeah? It's energy. It's not, energy can only be used it's there to be used. If you sit on it, oh, I'm depressed, I'm this. No, when you're in that situation, like, I'm thinking, listen, there's no proper money coming in. There's no this or no. This woman's left me because of this reason. The dream that I see in my head, I can only see it. I've got the energy. Go. That's what was getting me up at 2 to run. That's what made me to get up and train when everyone's sleeping and train while they're training. So then I didn't have the mad amateur boxing background, so it's like I had to catch up, and I had to just continue, fail. I started studying the mindsets of greats and started knowing why is Michael Jordan great? What's it about him? Why is Cristiano Ronaldo great? Why is Kobe Bryant? Work ethic. I started watching Kobe, work ethic. Ibrahimovic, Jose Mourinho. I started just studying, especially through lockdown, watching why are they like this. There's a mindset, there's a way, there's a mind that everyone wants to be like them. And those are the mindsets and the thing I started installing in myself, and to try and keep hitting another milestone. And that's what it was. I just was never satisfied once I hit one milestone. Go for and try and get another one, and try and just keep heightening my heights. I just want, my creator in heaven thinking, you was meant to be this, and you just surpassed. I know that my main thing, if I know that, okay, we're gonna die one day. That's the reality. Yes.
That's that one guarantee.
People don't understand that. You're going to die, that no matter what.
Yeah.
We can sip and live our life to the fullest. We're going to drop dead. So what do I do? And that's my reality. So what do I want to do? The only thing I can do when I go to the grey zone, on any time I go there, I always go there to see one thing. I look, and what's the thing they have? The day you born, the day you die. There's that hyphen there.
In the middle.
What did I leave? What did I do?
Yeah.
And that's always been my mission, to just keep on doing, keep knocking the door, keep pushing, so that I can impact lives and leave a legacy. Yeah.
Love that. I look at life that way. There's a definite start and there's a definite end, but we don't know what that end is. So while I'm here, I need to make that dash.
Yes. Yeah.
Something that I can, when it's judgment day, I can say, this is what I did. I lived it with integrity, authenticity, and I didn't cause too much problems on earth.
Exactly.
That's it. And hopefully you let me in.
Yeah. We've got to talk our way in there, man, because it's all different in the afterlife, man.
So we covered so much. I didn't even talk about, you rapping and how that impacted things.
Hey.
I did my research. But I want to go into your boxing. How did you become, because you're like 17 bouts, 17 fights in. How did you get into that professionally?
How did I get into it? You know what? I was trying to get back into boxing. I was at amateur gym, trying to train and get my body used to the training. One of my, can I say, young G's friends, that I used to do rapping with as well. I'm with him. He's telling me he wants to take me. I've just come. He wants to take me creams in Brixton to grab a dessert.
There are creams in Brixton?
Is it creams or Krispy Kreme? There was a dessert.
I didn't know. Okay.
There was a dessert there. I don't know.
That's how long I've been out of Brixton.
Rotted, yeah. But it was there. And we ate, and then I took some wrong turnings in Brixton, because I just didn't know Brixton properly. Near Loughborough Station. And then when I turned, I saw my friends that were in amateurs. There was Isaac Chamberlain, Chris Congo, Richard Riakpo. And they were under a coach I really looked up to called Ted Bammy at the time.
Right.
He was from Brixton. And I was in awe. And I was like, bro, what's good? And they were just like...
In Loughborough Junction?
Yeah, Miguel's boxing gym.
I was born in Loughborough.
The Arches.
In the Arches?
Yeah, go under the Arches there.
Oh, wow. On the left-hand side?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That became, and then that was it. I just, they told me calm down. I was always close to my friend Chris as well. I came in, I sparred one of their professionals and the coach liked me. And that, I think that was a little thing. I always got that kind of love and respect when I jumped in the ring and sparred. And she was like, oh, I can fight. Yeah. And it just, it all started from there, man. Just really just, and that's what I think, just, you have to just never give up and just keep going and keep going until you're satisfied. And that's how it started from there. Continuously training, and this was like I came out of jail end of 2015. And I didn't turn pro until like a year and a bit later as well. There was so much complications I didn't understand, but I had to understand and make mistakes. I had a trainer at the time, sometimes money was going missing and etc.
So do you have to pay?
Because when on your debut, okay, how it works in boxing, especially in the lower stages, the opponent gets a pay that's coming into to fight, so the odds against him as well. That's if you sell it. And there's a house fee, which I would say a house fee, I don't know if it goes towards like the referees and such, because it's not televised.
Okay. Yeah, but the ref has to be paid and stuff,
and all that, so it's hard at the bottom.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's hard at the bottom. If they can't sell tickets to cover that and they can't fund that, they're gonna be someone's opponent maybe up north Manchester, odds are against them, and you're fighting someone that's maybe, I don't know, 20-1, and you've got 5, and you know what I mean? The odds are against you. But you're gonna get paid, but you don't get ass whipping. You know what I mean? And that's how it goes. That's how it goes, man. So and yeah, just continuing training, and just was always up for sparring in different locations. And boxing just opened a different door. I started being, my circles changed. Like, I took myself as not in the environment now. My friends are boxers that are going on TV. They're not smoking. If I stayed, no disrespect to my brother, but no, if I stayed with him, I would have been back. Because it was in me. Do you understand? But I took myself out of the environment. And I've made this my environment. And I loved every ounce of it, and I just kept pushing. Like it was never easy. There's so many ups and downs that I took that we'll be talking to tomorrow. But to get the gist of it, it's just I stayed on it. Even when relationships were failing, I just stayed on my goal, and I just kept pushing and seeing where it can go. And now I'm more in a stage where I'm just making decisions myself, putting the right coaches, the right people, strength. I was in my strength and conditioning earlier, Ben Lewis, shout him out. And now I'm signed to the Warrens, and it's just been a journey, but it just felt good that I made it happen. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, previously from that, one big person had a big factor, and I'll always shout him out, is Dillian Whyte. Everyone obviously knows that we're still a brother to me.
South London.
Yeah, he's Brixton.
Brixton, yeah.
Yeah, we got that. Yeah, man. My whole life changed.
I saw you went to Gibraltar with him.
Yeah.
How was that experience going and watching from that side of things?
It's weird because it's like, though we banter a lot, he's still just like a brother to me, because I remember in lockdown, and somebody doesn't like when man's so thankful, like in that way, because he just likes to be humble. But when I was in lockdown, you flew me out to Portugal. My food was paid for each week. My training was covered, and I was down to him. You know what I mean? It still gave me the opportunity. They were my losses, but I fought for titles on those losses. I got to fight he got me the title fights.
Wow.
And though maybe it was early for me, a lot of people saying it was early for me, but he just gave me that opportunity. And everyone messaged me, from Eddie Hearn to everyone, like, yo, you know what I mean? That was, a good effort, come again. And I can only be thankful that you don't have many people that are gonna open the door like that. you know, and I've learned to always just look at the positives and everything, and that's the positives I look at him. He's just always will be a brother for life. So when he's fighting, I don't care. I make sure I'm there. You know what I mean? I'm by his side. Anything, you need to hold your bag, need to help you. Like that's brother to brother. So, you know, watching him still, he's going through his adversity up and down as well. And watching it eye to eye, seeing it and seeing him not stop, and was just such a inspirational moment in my life to see it.
Shout out to Dillian Whyte. Yeah. Class. A lot of people, when they make it, they shut the doors behind them. So for someone to hold the door and look back and bring you through, it's very commendable.
It's very commendable, man. We just had that liking, like we just don't know. Just thought, you know, he wants to just help me, just open the door. You can see that I was just someone with the same background, same gone through stuff, and just trying to help. And that's the same thing what I've tried to implement as well, you know, to other young guys coming up as well. And, you know, I've had people reach out to me, and I try to send them to a boxing gym just to try and open the door for them as well. And going around my girls' gym, I've been looking at some, because I'm also a licensed manager as well.
Okay.
Licensed trainer as well. And so that's something I would love to do. So, you know, anyone that's watching it, or they got kids they want, my door's always open, or ears always ready to listen, and eyes open to come and see.
My son don't take this advice.
You must say, mommy, yo.
My son wants to box, but my heart is not built for boxing. I signed him up when he was underage for headshots, because it's the headshots that like really get me. And when they said, "Oh, it's now," I was like, "No, we're not doing this. We're not doing this no more. I can't."
You know,
like,
it's
literally,
mad, but it's the discipline that boxing gives you, man.
Yeah.
Like, the mental peace that it gives. It sounds so crazy, but it's just, I can go there pissed off, and I could, the aggression that I go through in the gym, hitting the punch bags, I'm feeling tired, but I keep on going. You know, you got coaches shouting at you, keep on, and you push through, and you get there, and you're finished. And it just resembles life, because you're in the fight on your own.
You're definitely in the fight.
It's just a beautiful thing of, like, the human body's so magnificent. You push it through fire, it responds. So I know how it looks like, but it's beautiful violence. And it sounds so crazy, but it's like a beautiful form of violence. You know what I mean? Pushing your body through the extreme, and seeing it still standing, and the way it responds is wonderful.
So any of our young viewers that are watching, what would be your advice for them to get into boxing? What would you say they need to think about, and what they need to do?
Of them, okay, see, a lot what I have with the boxers, some of them, they want to just be the final outcome. They want to be like the Mayweather is, or the box exact. But you have to understand, you have to go through the steps. And I remember when I was in some Americans in the car, and he gave me some advice, like, you got to do that one move, that one punch 10,000 times to get it, right. And if they're prepared to do something 10,000 times, attend the gym like it's day one of 10,000, and focus on just those basic moves, little bits, head movement, defending, working on each shot. Okay, when that shot comes, how can I defend it? Practicing it. Okay, well, how do I do that shot? What type of movement? How many steps are there in the ring? Do I know where I am in the ring at each time? Can I, you know, how do I put an obstacle? How do I make it difficult to be hit, but easy to hit? And it goes, then you get, it's like a boxing becomes a water, and you get deeper and deeper and deeper. And if they're ready to take that lesson and understand and break it down to the smallest of movements, and practice each movement 10,000 times, then they should take the walk.
They should take the walk.
Yeah.
And where would they start that walk? Where would they go? Where should they go?
I say go to your local gym. Just
Yeah.
go to somewhere it's more easier for you, man. I know a lot of people travel if you can, but if you can't, go to your local boxing gym. That's somewhere easy for you. Just start from there. Just get into the habit of it. Just start learning, get used to it. Then from there, if you've got a bit of change in your pocket, someone that's gonna help you get somewhere, then go to somewhere where you really desire and want to take it even further. But there's always ways. There's always, people can DM me if they want to. I'm always gonna give you messages and direction. My heart's always I'm always open to give that advice.
Thank you. How aware are you of social media? Because currently, Justo, have you heard of Justo and Quincy?
Yes.
They're about to do some sort of charity fight.
I know.
Who's your money on?
Hey, she done it. Wait, it's mad. Okay,
Shout out ASB.
Lord. Jeez. I've been around Quincy, Quincy, South London. He's even got a bit of Sierra Leonean in him.
I didn't know that.
He's got a touch of Sierra Leonean in him. So I have to by force. So I ain't. We both follow each other, Justo and Alexa, big up to him. But I just love the fact of why they're doing it and what they're doing it. Yeah. And they're opening the door, because even when I see them on Linked Up TV training, it's giving people an insight
into
of what we do.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes because we do it and then it's like it gives people some understanding the way we do. Because bro, to do this 6 times a week, like you're in there, boom. Sometimes Saturdays. It's on this one, but Saturdays I'm 6:45. I'm hitting the hills with couple Irish dons and that, and they're running. They are running. They're gone. They're running like they're walking. Like, I'm running, but them men are running like they're walking. John, you didn't even help me. I come back, and then just run with me like, and I'm just like, yeah. So it's not easy, man. And
but who is your money on?
See, I tried.
You tried to go around.
I was trying to run around. I was trying to use goodwill. I was trying to go to good message to turn this whole thing. Lord, my friend. Wait, Quincy can't let us down, man, because it's South London. My court salon brother, he can't let us down.
Okay.
And I know just as a Congolese. I think he's Congolese.
He's Congolese, yeah.
My best friend is Congolese as well. But at the same time, I have to support Quincy. My door's open, Quincy. If you want to come train, I even told Quincy, if you want to train and you know what I mean? I'll give you a couple techniques. You know what I mean? I see just with one other, he's with Ozzy. I know Ozzy's a pro boxer as well. He's training him. And I see he's taking it serious. So I'm like, oh, okay. He's actually, and I have to give the respect. He's actually got someone that does the sport and taking it serious. So I have to support
South
Vince.
London's finest.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we got to the answer.
Yeah, we got to the answer. I went all the way around just to go there. Yeah.
All right. So we've covered a bit around boxing. We touched on earlier about your dad being out of your life at an early age. On my research, I saw you in Sierra Leone. I saw you in Gambia as well. I saw you in Nigeria. You're a traveller. You're well travelled.
Yeah, you go.
When did you first reconnect with your dad?
You know what? He did try to come back a few times when I was younger, like come in, drop some money. But at the same time, the streets was my father, man. I was still interested in the streets. I didn't think of home. Home felt like a prison. Right. So they did sometimes come for a bit and go. And I was interested in, now I understand when kids do it as well. I was interested in just money, like, the bank, want money, shit. Cool, I'm gonna sit. That was kind of my thing. So he did try, And I think I did go out there and I seen with my sister before I first went to prison as
Right.
well. Them time he was just, as a minister, he wasn't really up there at the moment. But I think it was more or less after my third and final sentence and everything just slam packed. He got back in touch, and at that time he was kind of done with politics as
Right.
well. So he was just not say he was low basically. Like he was just a normal human being, man. Like yeah, just low. Weren't just getting by. Then I remember having a talk saying he's gonna get back. He's gonna run for a position of deputy chairman of the country.
Wow.
Got the position. Then he said, I'm gonna run. So at that time, we're not in power. You got like Labour, Conservative.
Yeah.
We're not in power,
Right.
so just getting the system.
So his party wasn't in power.
Yeah.
So they were trying to reform their stuff.
Yeah.
To go again.
Yeah.
To contest.
He left it. He was done with it.
Right.
He was done with the politics. Then he's come back as deputy. Then he's won as the chairman.
Right.
Of the thing. So he's come through, won as a deputy, then won the thing as the chairman. Then they're going for elections now, and he's, I don't know, he's young. I can say he's young G. Now he's gave the advice that he should be the president of the party. He's come, and then they won power. That was like 2018, I think.
Right.
Then everything just changed, did it? And that's why I advise with people, like, things can change like that. Do you know what I mean? And then, yeah.
But you have to have a strategy. It don't just change like that. There's work behind it.
For people on the outside, it can. But on the inside there is work.
Yeah.
There is work. And if you continue to chisel down, it can change. And me seeing that with him now, and seeing that as like, wow, hold on, I can't produce up when nothing like that. Like houses, like that. Then now, you're one of the, can I say top 3 as a minimum, top 4 powerfulest people in the country. And
how does that feel for you when you go back home?
I'm still humble with it. Like I don't ever throw it out there. I've learned to appreciate, because I lost my mother. I thought, you know what? I've got to appreciate that I've got a parent and he's doing his thing. You know what I mean? And I show that love. And it's always in, as my father says, always in scriptures, they always talk about your father's blessing. And it is very tough because...
the scripture about honouring your mother and father so that your days will be long.
Longer. Whoa, you see that there? The scripture is dropped, yeah. But and then just kind of the transition, like London, as normal. When my man goes here, I'm a political son, so you've got soldiers with you there, vehicles. You come, gates are open, gates are shut, food's on the table, served. You're hungry, even when you're not hungry, food's there. You wake up, food's there. You come home, food's there. You know what I mean?
And then you come back to the UK.
Then you come back to the UK, oh,
and then you gotta help yourself.
Oh my, you gotta help yourself.
There's no food there.
This one felt it. Like this one felt. I see this Christmas when I came back from here. My chest. Oh my God. The way that when the cold is waiting for you, like it's like as if the cold was like, right, should we get him? Let's get him. Hey, he's coming. Come. Like, bro, get him. Put your shit on. What you fucking think you are, bro? Like, what? You want that? You get, bro, the cold got me like that. I was like, yo, the bills were coming. I'm like, oh my God. And it was just like, you're somewhere where you're appreciated. You've got a selection of life. You can choose many things. and then you come here, and then you're just
Just normal.
yeah, just normal. you go through, you've left your car door open, you're thinking, well, is anyone going to share for me? Oh, I'm in London. Let me share myself. I forgot, sorry. Let me say.
Oh my goodness.
I can remember when my brother first come over here, and he said, I said, put the dirty clothes in there. He said, what? Who's gonna wash it? I said, no, we've got washing machine, brother, man. Like he was so confused, like, bro.
He's like, what is this?
Yeah, what is this?
I can't do this.
So who's going to wash it? I said, no, bro. It was like, so, yeah, but my advice to people, I know it's tough, but it's, sometimes we're used to it, but I just feel like the whole world's our oyster. The same way, like, my parents came from teens over. Mum come here when she was 15, 16, dad 17. They came young. And I mean, I started learning his story. And he's telling me, yeah, what you think you're bad? I was in Brixton doing bad things than you. I said, dad, you? I'm like, wow. He said, yeah. He said, I come to the country with £5 in my pocket and one address in Catford.
Oh, wow.
I took my way just to stay the night.
Oh, wow.
So he started making me, then it always gives me, like, he just puts it on me like, rah, tell me, you're not doing enough. No, you should be more than that.
The thing is, I think that generation, they didn't have any privileges. They came here with nothing.
Yes.
And they weren't entitled to any kind of benefit, no job seekers, universal credit, housing benefit, nothing. They had to work.
Yeah.
If they didn't work, they had no roof over their head. If they didn't work, they had no food. They came here to better their lives and they had to.
Yeah.
There was no option to fail.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? And I feel like sometimes because there are so many supportive mechanisms in place, even though we don't see them as supportive mechanisms, but I'm sure back home, you can't just get a council house.
No.
You can't just go to the hospital if you're feeling sick.
No, you gotta pay for that.
You need insurance. Yeah, you die.
You get a broken leg. If you can't pay for your broken leg, your leg will remain broken. We're not touching that. We're not touching that.
So there's so much privileges here that you don't realize we have, you know? And so sometimes I feel like we're kind of complacent about it. Like we must have more. But we're not even appreciating the things that we've got.
Exactly.
We're not even trying to work to enhance on that. We just want to be given because we're so privileged to have these things around us. We feel entitled to have everything. Whereas your dad, my ancestors, grandparents and stuff, they've had to work hard.
He worked.
You know?
And visually seeing it, and when he's telling me story, like he's working in a petrol station and trying to cross the road and these racist drivers trying to run him over. Like, you're telling me this, I'm like, what? I'm like, Dad, bro, you know.
He had real ops.
You need to tell the story, bro. We can make some money out of it. You know what I mean? And telling me he's working 2 jobs. He almost got locked in prison. I think he went and come out. I was like, Dad, you went in. Yeah, I drove up a wrong road. But my university teacher got me out and they released me. And then I worked, I got my PhD here. And then he left. So then you understand, like, my pops is Harlem. His name is Dr. Prince Harden.
Put some respect.
Yeah. He's got it there, Dr. PhD. So and that's who kind of forced me back into education as well.
Yeah, and you got a BSc.
Yeah, yes.
First class. Some people don't know, but first class is the top. Like it's the A star of degrees.
Yeah. So
2-1's okay. 3. Not so much.
But
First class is top tier.
So just trying to.
And what did you get that in?
That was in sports science, strength and conditioning.
Right.
So I just wanted to do something that I was more interested in, and it was just learning about how to train athletes to make them compete at the highest levels, and how to just make them peak. Ready for competition. So just going through that. It's 3 years of grinding.
And now you're doing a master's.
Yeah. So hopefully when this out, I'll be complete. I can't lie, master's is, hey, Lord. Sometimes I'm in there and I'm standing there and I'm like, hey, do these people, they don't know, I did not grow up in this educational system, and I'm with young people and they're all like in this, and it's tough, but I've signed a contract with myself and I'm saying, you know what, I'm gonna just get through this. You know, it's so hard. I can't lie. It is very hard. Just to even just get a second, a pass in that is hard itself. But I just wanted to just make young brothers or people anyway that come from, don't have this narrative that I grew up here so I can't go to uni.
You can.
You can, because I've done it.
Yeah.
I can't tell you that you can't.
You
can't.
can.
Yeah, you can. So that was a very big thing, and it was such a thing of what made me push through that. When I felt like giving up, I'll hear the noises of, John, you always go to prison. And that was...
And now you got BSc.
Yeah, and I'm ever so thankful to God just making me continue to pursue it. Yeah.
Good. So before we close, I want to talk about some of the things that you've been doing back home to kind of motivate young children.
Oh, yes.
I see you rally the children around and speak to them and, you know, speak life into them. What's made you feel so passionate about inspiring the youth?
I started, I feel like it's God's calling. You know, this, when you do something and you feel that peace, freedom, it's like almost when I go to like prisons to do talks, and there's a freedom, there's a peace that I feel, and I don't feel like it's like a waste of time or nothing. I feel my spirit feels comforted, and it's just that I didn't have that. So what life has, and that's what life is. I can't say, you know, some people are like, their parents wasn't there for them, or they didn't have an older brother. And no, what was missing, and you know what should be there, they'll become that. And you know how to become it because you know what was missing. And so then I just try my best to make them believe in themselves. That's the power, that's the blueprint of life. Believe in yourself. Then on top of discipline, you just become an unstoppable force. Like, it's just like there's no brick wall that could stop you. And if, you know, I can, you know, make the children of tomorrow just live their potentials and not limit themselves, then that's a beautiful, peaceful feeling on my soul.
That's powerful.
Thank you.
Thank you. I know there's so much more we could talk on. Is there anything that you want to leave our audience with?
Whoa. Hey, bow our heads, we're gonna say a prayer. I'm joking.
No, that's cool.
What I'm going to love my audience with. Oh, I've got something. My book release. Hey, you
I
see
didn't
that?
know
You didn't
that
even know
one.
that
I
one.
didn't
Hey,
know
did
that
he?
one.
You didn't
I
know
didn't know
that? Yeah. We'll release September. That will represent 10 years of me coming out. 360. That was just a guide of just darkness to light. Just that the way you've done this interview, really. Just how to, you know, turn your life around. I always said I was gonna release a book 10 years after I'm been released. September. We'll mark that date. So it's in the works. Well, I've kind of finished it. And yeah, and hopefully it's the start of many, because I do want to release a few more. And that's it. That's one of my things I want them to expect to come.
And what can we expect from the book?
Just I can say it's just to motivate you, to inspire you, to make you believe, or, you know, to make you feel like your situation, you can just turn it around. Nothing's been put in your way to kill you. Everything is motivation. Anything, whether it's in a debt, whether it's something bad that's happened, whether sometimes there's a death that happened, and I know it's tough, and we have to first accept what's happened, it's part of life, and use that energy as your driving force to become unstoppable and make things happen.
Well, when the book comes out, I need my signed copy.
I got you.
I will need to put it up here.
Yeah, we'll have it there. We'll have it there. We might have to have it there, you know. But, yeah.
And I'm hoping that my book will be out this year as well. I've got two books.
Okay, you got two.
Yeah,
well, see,
two books.
Way ahead of me.
I've got a novel and a children's book about financial literacy. So, yeah, just need to finalize the illustrations and then it'll be out.
Okay.
So no, that's amazing.
Hi, my name is Jaja Souls. My question to you is, what is your idea of love?
Love, my friend. Hey, we're going to expand this one for another hour. So I'm going to tell you, Say. I'm trying to be professional, because by heart, I love cracking jokes, but I'm trying to do that.
No, it's good. Be
All right.
yourself.
All right. Love. Love is unconditional, man. Love is loving something that is imperfect, but loving it as it's perfect. Similar to when you love your child, whether he's done something naughty, good, you love them. Love covers all wrongs. Love is endless. And the main thing I see love as being is unconditional. It's forgiving. It can carry the weight. Love is God.
I agree.
Thank you, sir.
I can't not agree. I definitely.
When somebody loves you, you know what it was? There's a whole African saying. When somebody loves you, then the love is going to love. And then the love is, I used to have one of them uncles that would do that, you know. Oh, man. Because in the sense that the love will then unlove, and then the love will love. And then I'll think, bro, what the heck are you doing?
Oh my God.
But, yeah.
And talking about love, do you have love in your life? Romantic love.
Oh, romantic. I was gonna point. Look, you know what? I was gonna point to God. God loves me. What do you mean? I don't care if you love me or not. I love you. Valentine. God is my Valentine every day. Yeah. Valentine is coming. Valentine.
God, this is...
Okay, they got me there on the camera. How do I have romantic love? Woo!
Oh my God.
You know, I was gonna go there. Here, I was not prepared for that one.
You're going round and round.
I know, I'm going round and round. She's not allowing me to go round and round.
It's all right, don't worry. Just park the car.
I'm parking the car, okay? I'm in front. Okay, listen. Do I have, at this moment, no. I have been, you know, gone through rocky stages, been hurt. But
has it made you bitter?
I'm going through the better process. It did make me bitter.
Okay.
It did make me bitter. But at the same time, And I do have the flashes, don't get twisted, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I do have the, God damn, my Lord, make sure you strike that woman. Let her feel my pain. Yeah, I just kidding. But I say to her then, I say, you know what? Then the good side comes, I say, Lord, forgive. You know, because sometimes I think I'm the new age. I don't know how to always turn the other cheek.
Remember, what is for you will not pass you.
Will not pass you, yeah. And I see, I'm scrolling on Instagram and I see them saying, yes, I click like, I share. You know when you start screenshot, you put in your story, oh yes, the love did it. Oh man. Sometimes it gets me, but I have learned to love myself. And it sounds so crazy. Like, because what I think is when you sometimes, like in life, you cannot make everybody happy. When you start realizing that, your life will become sweeter. Because when you're constantly trying to, just like, I don't know, like a president of a point, you cannot keep everybody happy. When you start doing it and you start slowing down what you're doing to, be happy. Oh, do you be happy? Let me save that. Oh, you be happy. Oh, I didn't save that. Oh, sorry, it dropped. Oh, you're angry that I dropped. But what about this I saved it? What about this I saved it? You know what I mean? Like you can't save it. So what you do is save yourself.
Yeah.
Put what you would do, put into yourself. People learn to love yourself. Just love to be with yourself. Why do you have to wait for someone to take you to dinner? Take yourself to dinner.
I do it all the time.
Even I'm yet to do it though. I'm gonna.
No, you gotta do better.
You're gonna see me by myself, like this lady's not there. I'm just eating, spending on myself. I've seen they're so tight. They're so tight to themselves. But when it comes for another woman, they're quick to spend. And I say, wow, you know what? Why don't you love yourself that same way how you would love somebody else? You don't want to buy something because it's expensive, but when it's you and someone else, you're ready to pay for it. You're ready to, you know. So I think the new thing in life, I think it's to learn to just really love yourself, so then someone can just add to it.
Yes.
Then feeling empty because you have to serve somebody, you know, and then it's going to just break you down when that person moves out the way and doesn't appreciate it. So I think I'm at that stage, just learning to just love myself, trying to love God and love the work that I'm doing, loving the impact I'm having on others, and just finishing. I feel like as a human being, as a man, just create your path, work on yourself till you're finished that article, and then someone could just add, or you add together, and go in the same direction, especially if that person has the same beliefs with you. I think with God as well, that's why I started to be on God, because if you put God in everything, it can't shatter. It's impossible. When it's not built on God and it's built on, I don't know,
It's
alcohol,
sinking sand.
parties, or this, or whatever, or balloon, it's popped, it's gone. It's gone. So, yeah.
Love yourself.
Love yourself.
It's so important, loving yourself. There's this saying about you shouldn't give from your cup. You should only give from your overflow.
Hey, I like that one.
Yeah, only from your overflow, because
Only from your overflow.
now imagine your cup is, look where your cup is now.
I can't give to you. I can only give my overflow.
Exactly.
There's no overflow here, so I
Because
can't
if
give
you
you.
give me that
I like
now,
that.
if you give that to me now, then what have you got left?
What have I got left? No, I haven't got no overflow. But then you might call me, you're broke. You know it. No, I have no overflow.
Yeah.
You can't. I like that one
Like,
there.
you only give from your overflow, because
give from your
otherwise you'll be
overflow.
depleted.
And that one there, you have to put the words under this on the screen while you're saying.
Yeah.
You can only give from your overflow.
Yeah. And that's for everything. That's from your children, your partner, your parents. Only give from your overflow, because if you give from your cup, you won't have enough, and you won't be your best to give to them anyway. You know? So yeah, only give from your overflow. And I love the message around loving yourself. I think people are constantly looking outside of themselves to find love for them. That doesn't even make sense. How are we looking for love externally if we don't have it internally?
Yeah.
So you're just empty inside, and then you want this love to just come and surround you, but you're still empty inside.
But you know what it is, I think it's I think it could be that social media, man. We see the love stories there. You scroll, the love, you scroll. There's love. The we highlight the main people that are in together, hugging and thinking. It's what we're seeing.
But
You know what I
again,
mean?
the thing that you described about love and what love is to you, and I agree with it, is that unconditional. If something goes wrong on that social media, they will unfollow each other.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I think I've gone through that one. Yeah, hey, unfollow. Hey,
They will
bad.
unfollow each other. So like a lot of that stuff is superficial. Love is really unconditional, and it is blind. You know, sometimes it's not good to be blind, but
Yeah. Yeah, you can't. I know. I need some sight in my love. I can't just.
you know,
Yeah.
it is unconditional. It is that love that you have for your parents. It is that love that you have for your children. Love should never be conditional. Love is a frequency anyway. You know.
I think as well, it's just almost. I can only talk from like myself and the being that I am, like a man, is unearthing yourself, going deeper in yourself. There's something I was practicing was just like, because as a man, you're born with like, I can say that sexual instinct. And I know it sounds crazy, but you have to have to understand. Once you've got that rod and it goes hard, it's just controlling you.
It's lust. That's lust, though.
Yeah, it's the lust.
It's the lust.
And controlling your sexual desire. My dad told me that one time. So I started desexualizing my mind, like stopping masturbating, stopping
Retention.
porn and all that. And I've gone years without doing it. And it's just changed my mindset totally. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, I have my weaknesses and everything. But at the same time, I just think like staying away from, that's one advice I'll try tell people, stay away from like porn, masturbation, just trying your best to stop it, and you'll start seeing a lot of a change in your life, especially how you're looking at the opposite sex as well. So I think that's a very powerful thing to take on.
I think when people are lusting, they it's a low frequency when you're lusting. And then you end up picking up low frequency,
Yes.
low vibrational
The
people.
bottom. You're going out. I see man just going out there, just driving through the streets with their shovel to pick up any piece of dude on the floor. They're just low riding with their car, and the shovel is just scraping the streets, and the sparks are flying from it just to scrape up any piece of dirty dude that they can just shovel and take home. Control, yeah, they need that.
And then that will become your child's mum.
Yeah, exactly. And they don't understand. Because
And vice versa with
lust
women
has
as
left
well.
them now. See,
The lust is now
see,
walked out
when
the
the lust is
closet.
there, the lust has left them. Oh, they're like, oh shit, my baby, oh. They don't understand. Lust is there laughing. He's kicking back his head. He's laughing, ready to get you again. And then you're finished. And that's why we have to understand our battle is not flesh and against flesh and blood. And that's why I try to, like, when I was telling some people I was talking to, and they were laughing, "Oh, you don't masturbate, you don't think." And I've said that the amount of years I've gone without doing that and watching porn, and looking at me like I'm an alien. And I'm saying no, it's because I'm trying to just level myself up. I understood where I was. I've grown up in an estate where people ask you, "Oh, when's the last time you beat? When's the last time you just that pressure's on you? Oh, Jordan, you can't draw that." We start putting that pressure on each other from young, so like that has been put into us, and I didn't realize. And I said, "Wow, look at that! We're competing. How much we can? And look at this girl I've got. Look at this girl I've got. Oh, you don't, but and then the pressure's on, and it's like you have to desexualize your mind." And I would say that as a man to just go through that process.
Very, very important. And I think when you do that, what you then attract, in terms of the frequencies that you're on, maybe this is too much, but you will attract a certain frequency of person, you know?
Yeah. I think that's right.
You will, like, once you do that, certain things will not come to you.
So
It just
exactly, but that's why I say you have to master that thing of loving yourself. How can you love yourself? Get right with God. Love yourself. Start loving and cleansing yourself. Stop, doing certain things that are not so good for yourself and damaging yourself. Whether it's you cutting down alcohol, whether it's cutting down anything, just loving yourself a lot more. And I feel then you're making yourself ready, because we're always looking for the perfect partner, but would you love yourself if you was in someone else? Do you know what I mean? So make yourself right. I think it starts with ourselves. I make myself right and focus on myself and make myself better, get myself to that top tier person that I can be as best as possible. Then me and someone else, we're gonna just smash that out, pow. You know what I mean? There's no more struggles that I'm going through, or even to speak more open. I know it's quite hard, but to be open, this is what I struggle with, this is what I do, and I want to get better. So, well, we went deep with this one. We just took we turned this into some
ceremony.
some advice, some couple advice. Being like, yeah, now you're now tuned into John Helen Trina and Trina's show. We're now giving you advice down 800, and you know what I mean?
Anyway, as we draw this episode to a close, do you have any questions for me?
Oh, Trina, yeah, damn, I've got hella questions right now. Like, what made you start doing this? Like, this, your own thing? Like, what made you, because you sound passionate.
Yeah. So, there's multiple things. I realized that people are going through similar things, but everyone thought they were going through this experience uniquely by themselves. So I speak to someone who's like, oh, you never know, like, I've got cancer. I can't believe this happened to me, but I've got 3 other friends that's gone through cancer. But everyone's talking in isolation, like this is only happening to me. So I was like, I want to have conversations where people can hear the true stories, speak honestly about their experiences.
Honestly,
Trina. And edify and educate someone else so that they know, actually, this is not just happening to me. Or even inspire someone to go and take the next step, So whether it is, my mate had breast cancer, it made me want to go and get tested. And I wanted other people to be able to go and get tested by hearing the story, instead of just sitting there waiting around. And it was just an idea. I started doing lives on Instagram, and I used to interact. So in my day job, I used to deliver sessions across various places.
Okay.
Covering things like unconscious bias, racial microaggressions, imposter syndrome, and various other things.
Okay.
Sessions that I created myself. And so I started to deliver some of those sessions on my lives, and people would interact. Oh my gosh, that's me. That's how I feel. Like, yeah, I definitely fit into this. So I was like, okay, cool. I want a talk show. I want to have my own talk show. I want to sit down. I want to talk to people, and I want them to share their journey and inspire and motivate others. And yeah, that's what's driven me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, but shout out Judge, shout out Spray, shout out my friends, Dion, her son that made my theme music that you lot are trying to mess up with my copyright, but it's okay, it's cool. We'll get a new one. Don't worry. And yeah, just shout out to my whole support system, Shola, my hairdresser. Like, these are people that I speak to regularly.
Big up, Shola, you done a big job, man. Look at her. Whoa, looking suave.
Yeah, that's kind of what inspired me to start my talk show.
One more. So, do you have, let's see, a romance love?
I don't.
Wow, why?
I don't. I think I went through some trauma. I went through some serious trauma. And I've never been someone that jumps out of something and jumps into something else. I feel that when you go through a transition, whether it's trauma, any kind of end, because the end is like a loss, isn't it? It's a loss. I feel like you need to grieve it. You need to grieve it. You need to see what went well, what didn't go well. Take some accountability. Know what you've added to that situation. And I've taken time out.
Wow.
I took time out, built myself back up.
Yes, yeah. I see this
I'm
start
up.
coming like this time out. Building myself. Ain't the same. What you left ain't the same, B. Are you nuts? It's honestly now. Look there. I may slip, I may stumble, but I may even fall, but I never fail. Always get back up.
All of that. And so so I built myself back up in so many ways. Like I was down.
Wow.
I was down. Like I've moved, I've changed my car, everything, different type of job, got my little talk show. It's doing well, and definitely in a much better space. And I'm open, I'm vibrating at the right level. Yeah, I've just rebuilt myself, and I'm definitely vibrating at a better space. I don't give from my cup anymore. I only give from the overflow.
I like that.
Yeah,
and overflow here.
Yeah, I think just from a point of advice though, I think a lot of people jump out of relationships and jump into other relationships, and they're bringing trauma, they're bringing stuff they've not even got over that person yet. Then they end up dipping back over there, and no, you need to. You need to.
You need to find out what's gone wrong and build yourself back up. I fully understand that. Like you breaking that, I fully understand that.
You have to.
And sometimes it's just a lot what people just do. Like it's almost not like it's almost becoming the norm for people to. Because you're seeing it on social, you see it. They jump from one, go to the next.
Yeah.
And they think, oh I can get better. And it's like, I think just like you said, loving yourself. And look what it's done. Like, you got a show, you got this. And I think sometimes things ain't there to break us, it's there to make us stronger. And you've just living proof of you showing up. You're like there, show, new car, new job, new this.
God is amazing.
He is definitely, man. And sometimes it brings you close to God.
100%. You see, when you're at your lowest, that's when you really hear him.
Yeah, that's
like if you didn't hear him before,
you'll hear him. Everyone goes to God at their lowest. Let's not even lie. When we're out, we forget. Yeah, we're sipping champagne. I don't in here. You're doing that. You're in the rave and you're talking. Boy, at your lowest. That's when you're really God. When people are in, especially people that are in prison, when they're on that case and there's no one, that's when they believe in God. That's when I've seen the guys that are in for murder at the front in the church, Lord, everything, singing to the Lord, hoping that the might of God actually comes down himself, boom, and gets them at the song, goes, boom.
I can't
Bro,
with you.
Listen, that's what I'm trying to learn to believe in my up. Not when I'm low, not when everyone's left, the party's done, everyone's gone, I can't get nowhere, the bank account's on zero. And I say, hey, God, you remember me? Yeah. I'll see you at church, yeah?
Honestly.
Okay. We've got to remember.
Always give thanks. Give thanks that the fact that you woke up in the morning, because it's not a given.
Amen.
Like the fact that we get in our car and we drive to our destination is not a given, so give thanks for the smallest things, because it's not a given. Like, anyway, I don't want to get too much, but yeah, God is amazing and God is good and God has got us. So
definitely, the rent is paid, the petrol is full.
Not currently. I need to go to the petrol
you
station.
my one is full.
When we leave, I can't go.
But it's not going
No, it's not
as long as
that.
your car is not like an MC, like a jungle MC, you're good. I remember them days there, man.
The reserve is good, but you know,
You
need
know.
to get there now. But no, thank you so much. This has got to be my most entertaining interview.
Thank you.
Honestly,
That
like
means so
the
much.
energy, the beginning that they didn't see. Honestly, bless you. Thank you so much.
Honestly, Trina. Honestly. But yeah.
Lastly, before we wrap up officially, are you doing any more music?
You know what? A lot of my, especially boxing fans, they demand, because there was one time I done something called boxing bars and I was just rapping boxing's name. But for now, it hasn't been my main focus. Do you know what I mean? I've more just been studying, doing my boxing and getting into more of the life after boxing in terms of, managing, dealing with things like agriculture and minerals in Africa and those things. That's more of my things I'm about to get into. But I wouldn't say no to it if an opportunity arose and I jumped on it, because it's still part of my passion, something that I loved as well. So I wouldn't say no to it, but it's not something I'm aiming to do, if you know what I mean.
But you're extremely good.
Thank you so much. That's much appreciated. But it'll be different, because at the time when I was rapping, it was just causing so much problems.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
We just skip past that
We'll
part.
go past that, because that there will add another hour to hear. And I know you've been pausing and going to the toilet and coming back, but no. Yes.
Thank you so much for taking the time out with me today, especially after your intense session that you had earlier.
They killed me, man. They killed me, yes.
I feel blessed and honoured to have met you and for you to come here today.
Wow.
So
You talk to me like I'm a prophet, honestly, I'm so blessed and honoured to have met you.
Look, don't let me just go down and start.
Yeah, I know, just portray, just plank in front of me. Hey. But yeah.
So, thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
Where can the audience find you? When's your next fight?
My next fight is April 19th. Hopefully nothing happens and it does go to pass. So April 19th, I've got an eliminator for the English title against Frankie Davey. He's a popular person on the net as well. I'm gonna whoop his ass. And April 19th, York Hall, Bethnal Green. Hit me up for tickets. Pester Superstar on all platforms, just Insta, wherever, and just message. And love and support always.
Pester Official. And you can find me on Honestly Trina, all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Like, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. What have you been waiting for? And episodes out every other Sunday at midday. Wow. Thank you so much for your time. Much love as always. Stay blessed.